Hi guys, it's me again. I'm back. Welcome to another episode on my YouTube channel. Those of you that are new, welcome. Today we'll be talking about the 5 tips. Well, my 5 tips of how to secure or tips that will help you with your bursary or scholarship application. These are just my tips. It's not foolproof that it's going to work, but I feel like these are important things that we normally overlook when we are looking or when we are trying to apply for scholarships. So without wasting any further time, let's get into it. Right, so the first thing that's important, whether it is you are looking for an undergraduate, postgraduate, or whatever type of scholarship or bursary that you're looking for, it's important that you do your research. So I cannot overemphasize this point. There are bursaries or scholarships that run on a yearly basis that are known and are standard that every year we select a select number of students to sponsor for their studies. So it's good to do your research, find out what their criteria are, find out when do they announce the applications are open, when do they close the application, and also the eligibility criteria. So it's nice when they are bursaries or scholarship that are running every year, because it gives you a chance or an opportunity to do your background, go back and also make sure that you score or your results sort of match what they are looking for. Obviously, not all scholarships run yearly, but it is helpful to sort of find out that information and sort of be equipped and say, okay, fine, I know what I'm working towards, or I know the goal that I'm working against, right? I know the Department of Higher Education, this is for my South African people, has a link on their website that posts scholarships for international study if you want to study abroad in whatever field or whatever country that you want to study at. There's a select number. Obviously, there's not going to be every country. There are countries that South African government work with to sort of facilitate those scholarship and bursaries. So if you go to their websites, I'll also put it down on the link below. They can also give you as a monthly newsletter. I know I receive every month, even though I don't need it anymore, but I receive it monthly to say, okay, these are the scholarships that are still open. It's normally UK, Europe, and UK, Europe, and there is one that's for the US as well. So if that's something you're interested in, please go there, double check, look, and also please utilize Google. Google will give you everything that you need for whatever sector that you want, and make sure that if you're utilizing Google and you're looking at other scholarships that are not sort of are running yearly, you read reviews, because some other big companies also do offer scholarships, and it's good to just have your facts straight. Reviews are very important from people that have been awarded the scholarships, to just find out how their experiences were with the scholarship process. Did they experience any issues? And also another important factor is, when you are looking at scholarships, when you're doing your research, please find out if the scholarship that you're applying for covers everything, partially covers you, or covers just your tuition, because those are very different things, and it's something that you need to be aware of when you're applying, because you don't want to be applying for a scholarship, get it, be happy, oh my gosh, I've been selected for a scholarship, only to find out that it only covers your tuition. It doesn't cover your accommodation, especially if you're going internationally. Imagine now you're going to be trying to find funding to sort of foot your accommodation and stuff like that. So my advice would be, always go for scholarship that say we cover tuition plus accommodation. Sometimes other scholarships goes as far as saying we'll offer you flight tickets as well. We'll offer you a stipend every month for you to spend while you're studying. So look out for those kind of things and make sure that you understand before you even apply, because moving abroad is a very big step, and you need to be able to sustain and support yourself if you're going to make that move to go out there on your own without any family members or anything of that sort. So unless obviously you come from a well-off family that can sort of support you, then there's no issues, go for it. Okay, that's done. Number 2, when you've done your research, now you know what you're working against, make sure that you put in the work, make sure that you get the results that you want. I can promise you, a lot of people apply for scholarships, a lot of people apply for bursaries. Now, the one thing that makes you stand out is your marks. and you're not going to be there in the room when they're reviewing your application, but the only thing that will be there will be your work and will be your marks. So I'm not saying that now aim for like 100% in everything, but definitely aim for the best that you can get out of your studies. Aim for the best. Always aim for the best, because it helps with your application. And that's the first thing that they do when they look at application. They eliminate the people that are like, okay, these are lower marks, this is what we're looking for. And then from there onwards, the next elimination criteria, which is something that is my next point, as my next tip, is please work on your cover letter. Cover letters are very important. I know some people hate this, and I was one of those people before, to be like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna write? Like, but a cover letter is very important. A cover letter is your fighter. Your cover letter, along with your marks, is your fighter to say, okay, I'm here. This is why I want this. This is why I'm hungry for this. So please, guys, write that cover letter and make sure that you don't just copy and paste something from the internet. Your cover letter must be conscious, straight to the point, and also highlights your best qualities and why you want the scholarship and what the scholarship is going to do for you, and how are you planning on utilizing whatever it is that they're sponsoring you. For example, your degree. How are you going to utilize your degree to give back to the community? How are you going to make an impact with your degree, right? So that gives the reader like an understanding that, one, you've thought this through. Two, you're not just writing because you want this, but it's something that you actually conceptualized, and it's something that if you get it, you're actually going to execute, right? Now, I know people don't like blowing horns into their own whatever success and blah, blah, blah. But if you're working hard and you're getting those A's at school or at varsity, make sure that you highlight that. If you won whatever achievement that you've won, make sure that you highlight that. What does that do to the reviewer? It shows that, okay, this person is working. For example, if you were awarded the top achiever for that semester, or you were awarded or you got like, you passed all your modules at one go, you passed all your modules with a distinction, put that in. Just say that, because 1, 2, 3, I've put in the work, I've been getting these results, and this showed me 1, 2, and 3. I've learned 1, 2, and 3 from this experience. Even if you've failed, but take that experience and spin it and use it as a positive. For example, it might be a simple thing as saying, okay, fine, I failed a module in this semester, I had to retake it next semester. Put it, if you can spin it and put it into a positive, for example, on what you've learned, to say, okay, because I've failed once, it has taught me to take my studies more seriously, and as a result, when on my second attempt, I got like a straight, I got an A in this module or in this subject. And it shows that when you put your mind and effort into something and you don't give up, then you achieve results. It's a story. There's a story back there. It gives, like, it invokes something in the reviewer, the person that's reviewing application. It's making you stand out already. So make sure that you write that cover letter. Write it consciously. It doesn't have to be a long essay, but it has to be straight to the point. It shows your strong points. It shows that you're human, and it shows that why do you want this and how it's going to impact your life. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm emphasizing the points. And then the next important tip as well would be your reference. Now, honey, this might sound like, it's a job for, I know some people are like, what, I can get my friend to just write a reference for me. But it does give weight to your application if you have credible references. Sorry, I want to say witness. References, because what does it do? It shows that number one, there are people that know your work ethic, there are people that can vouch for you, and there's people that sort of character standing in for you, because remember, the people giving you the scholarship don't know you, so they're relying on the information that they're getting from these references. So don't just get anyone to be your reference. Get people that are credible. What do I mean by credible reference? Get people that are in positions that are, get people, and don't get me wrong, don't get like people, get people, for example, myself, I utilized my lecturers to be my references, because number one, I've worked with them on a project, a year-long project. They've seen my work ethic, they've seen me submit stuff, they've reviewed some of my work, and they know how I present myself. So therefore they have substance, they have things that they can put in there to say, this person is this, this is why you should give this person this, because we see her doing 1, 2, and 3. You know, that on its own shines a new light on you, on your character, to say, oh, okay, a doctor, whatever, from this university is recommending this person. And also, sometimes it does not necessarily only have to be maybe academics. It can also be even community leaders. For example, it can also be where you've worked. Sometimes I know some people like doing community service. It can be a leader of that community to say 1, 2, and 3, but also now don't put someone that is controversial. For example, if you're taking for community leader, don't put someone that's controversial, that's not going to say a lot about you, that doesn't know you, that's going to say something generic. It's not going to help your case, because right now what you're trying to do is build a picture of yourself as like this person that you are, this bubbly person that's helping the community, or whatever it is that you are. You're a hard worker, this is what you're doing. So make sure that when you're choosing your references, it's strategic, and also they know what they're saying. Don't let them say generic stuff. Like, tell them, okay, this is important, I'm applying for this. Make sure they reference the actual scholarship or bursary that you are sort of applying for, because number one, it shows them that it's not a generic letter, it's genuine, it's directed to them. You've actually gone and found people that are gonna vouch for you, right? And people that can be traced back when they need to, they can sort of say, yes, I wrote this. So yeah, credible references. Whew. Lastly, I know this is like this is the last one, this is my last point, I promise, but make sure that when you are completing your application, guys, you complete all the fields, you complete everything. There's nothing that you leave blank. And also, with that being said, make sure that all the documents that are supporting, that are listed on there, you put them in. The reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes you might think that it's not important, but it's the one thing that can make you get eliminated, because you don't have all the required documents. And I know for applications for scholarships, it might be very, very a long application. They want a lot of things because they're trying to vet whatever. But make sure that you put everything that they're requesting, so that you better your chances and you don't disadvantage yourself. Imagine having a very good application, you've gotten your references, you've gotten your good marks, and only to find out that you're disqualified because you didn't put 1, 2, 3. You know, you don't want that. So with all that being said, guys, all the best with your applications. I hope you guys go out there and grab them as many as you can, because there are opportunities out there. They're just waiting for you guys to work hard and grab them. And also another tip that I'd like to add is that please make sure that when you apply for this scholarship, apply for scholarships that you qualify for. Like, when you look at the entry requirements, apply for scholarships that you qualify for. This is a very, like, it may seem like something that's just like, yeah, it's pretty obvious, but some people just say, for luck's sake, I'm just going to put it in. But it doesn't work like that sometimes. And there's other things that discourage you from actually getting the things that you want, because you keep applying for things that you don't qualify for. I know God works miracles and stuff like that, and sometimes it's good to take your shots, but 80% of the time, 80% of the time, just make sure that you, or 90% even, you apply for stuff that you qualify for, so that your chances are better. You already know that, you know what, I stand a chance here. Yes, that's it for me. All the best with your application, honeys. I love you so much. I will see you on the next one. Bye.